All right.
Full screen. Ta-da. So hopefully this is recording. Who knows? But yeah, my relatively raw video. So I just went to the park, and you'll see there.
Okay.
That's it. I threw it up in the
Oh,
air.
very nice.
Yeah. You see a little bit of me. You see a little bit of people on the ground. That's it. Now you can see it was kind of at dusk, and there's a little bit of video editing as far as stabilization. I did stabilize it a little bit, and you can see some of this video. I need to work with some of the settings to figure out how to smooth out the video a little bit better.
Okay.
You're seeing some jittery frames in there, but overall, for one of my first few flights with this thing, and the fact that I'm not controlling it right now, so I threw it up in the air, it goes up, and it's doing its loiter circle. It'll do, I think, 3 passes supposedly before it heads off on its waypoints.
Okay.
So yeah, and I don't know if we'll watch through the whole thing.
I saw that lag there just for a second, so that's where you were talking about the video needing a little bit of tweaking there.
Yeah. So it has a little bit of almost a flicker, if you will,
Okay.
and I'm sure there's some stuff I can do, and there'll probably be some firmware updates that adjust it as well.
That's some beautiful scenery where you live at.
Yeah, well, it is kind of beautiful. There's a lot more trees than you would imagine.
No kidding.
Which is interesting. There's a park there, and so here in a moment you should see it head out to across those trees. So now it's wait, does it do one more loop or?
No, I think it's on its way.
I think it does one more. Yep,
Okay.
there you go.
Yep,
Okay, all right.
there.
Just about there. So then, and I'll show you.
Is that a golf course right over there?
Yeah, there's a golf course.
Okay.
Yep. There's lots of golf courses over here. There's one to the right, there's one across the way. So, and this time it should be off for good, or for its final, whatever. It's kind of cool when you look over how you can see down into those trees, that little walking path.
Mm-hmm.
I thought that was kind of cool. Now that road goes to Cedar Point.
Okay.
What we're seeing in front of us, if I'm not mistaken, I believe it's called the Chazé, and it's all the way up to Cedar Point.
Okay. So it crosses over that water body there.
Mm-hmm. And one thing I don't understand is I do notice that the video is at a tilt, right?
Yes.
And it must be the plane fighting the wind.
Must be. It's got to be something of that nature.
But it's hard to tell. Yeah.
Well, I mean, how was the wind speed out there whenever you were out?
Well, it's different down on the ground than it is up top. And
oh yeah,
I do have some telemetry on this that gives us a little bit of stuff, but the problem was with the Waypoint flight, I don't have the same sort of telemetry that I have with other flights. So if I were controlling this flight, we would have a lot more telemetry, and or it could just be I don't know how to pull the telemetry correctly. One of the two.
Well, I'm sure you'll figure it out in your future flights as far as that goes, as you experiment here and there.
Oh yeah, there's plenty of room for figuring things out for sure. So hold on a second here. Oh, there's some cool stuff we can do. Well, we're not streaming this, so people can't see it, but I could point out stuff with the whiteboard on this meeting. And
well, there, it's straightened out right there. So did you just have it at an angle?
Because it's coming back. No, it's the angle of the Waypoint flight. So it was heading out towards that road, and then have it come back through this on the coast here.
Okay.
So this is where the water comes in, and then there's this is basically just coastal area actually. And in fact, if you guys listening to this won't see, but right here, you see that? That and for everyone who can't see, that's right across that little river that we're looking at, almost in the center of the screen. There's a little area where a friend of mine is part of a club that actually got the right to lay down model rail track in that area, and they have model steam engines that you can ride, and electric engines, some other things that move along that track. It's pretty cool, actually. I have another flight I may get a chance to upload that shows that area. I actually flew in that area with my friend. But it was amazing. But
The video looks just a little blurry. Don't trust that sense because it's just a frame rate, or
it's a little bit of frame rate, a little bit of the software editing. It's not the most amazing camera in the world, but there is some stuff that I'm going to be tweaking to see if I can make that resolution a little bit better. For sure. It's recording actually at 1080. It's recording at 1080p. It's a 3-axis stabilized camera on the nose of the plane at 14 megapixels. But the thing is, after stabilization and other stuff like that, that 1080 gets eroded pretty quickly. So I don't know what the actual resolution is that we're looking at right now. But in theory, it's 1080 pretty much off the bat.
I was going to say, maybe it's not as bad as 480 something. It's got to be somewhere in 600, something right there, maybe.
Could be. I'd have to look and see what it actually is able to, what we actually ended up with after all the editing and stabilization. Because I didn't chop it right now at this point. So,
you were like, probably at that point when you're telling me that you set this thing up, and you're like, oh my god, you just put all my stuff off in the distance.
yep,
So you
this
like
is...
it over at this location.
Oh no, I knew that it was going to be going there. I didn't know that it's there right now. Because I set the waypoints. I told it, hey, I want to go here.
And it was follow the waypoint to get it.
Pretty much. Yeah. It's pretty much like, yeah, okay. Well, we're watching this.
What's that?
It should be up at around 400 feet right here.
Okay.
So it'll be pretty hard for them to be the a-holes. Okay, I'm gonna shoot this thing because I don't know the law and I'm gonna have to pay him for it. That's actually felony destruction of property.
Oh yeah.
I believe, well, I should say, I believe it's felony destruction of property. I actually had to look at the law. I don't know probably what exactly the thing are recording it.
I wonder if it's considered as in that area, is it considered privacy laws?
There is no privacy laws. People think there are privacy laws, but there aren't. You're no, you laugh, but
I know that
people don't realize your illusion of privacy ends at your window blade, or line.
For case an example, you look on
Oh yeah.
Google Maps, and Google Maps, you see people's people, like, oh my gosh, so they took a picture about this time, because I can guarantee you,
Right.
so you're like,
Exactly.
I mean, especially whenever you zoom in and you get those pictures, like, okay, so when they take the time to take straight pictures.
That's a good point. Good point. I'm actually gonna take a picture of my phone for you, because it shows you. Hold on. My flight plan. I can also stream this, I guess. But that was pretty damn easy.
So what is on this tree?
So that's a new facility that was created by Cedar Point off of an old airport. In fact, I got an airport warning when I was flying, not because I was breaking the law or doing anything, but because it wasn't smart enough to realize that this airport no longer is. Yeah. So if you see here, right here, this is yep, right there.
I was gonna say, that's that very nice, great contrast again.
Well, if you look carefully, you can see the line of where it used to go through, just like that.
Okay. Yep.
And so now it's a whole bunch of baseball plays. I was just talking with my wife too. To me, this is silly. They charge for people to come in here and whatnot. But honestly, I would have, if I were them, I would have made go-karts and a whole family fun center that completely blows anything in the area out of the water. And maybe a couple of these things, you know. But they didn't build a good stadium. They didn't build a good anything. They just built a few fields for, you know, what, small league games or something.
Mm-hmm.
Doesn't make much sense.
Junior to middle-aged league groups or something like that. Nothing too professional.
Why? What's the point? So anyways, at this point, I believe that was
just an asshole. Where's your tax-paying dollars going?
well, this is private. That's privately owned, so they can do whatever they want with it. Oh, I didn't actually get to see this video fall through. Can I double back, or what did I do? Turn around. There's the Shazam.
So are there houses on the middle section between all that water?
Yes, there are lots of rich people over there.
Well, I mean, do they have flood insurance just in case?
You know what? It would be a good question. I don't know.
Because, I mean, I would imagine that, I mean, if you guys had any really bad weather fronts right there, the water grew up a few feet, that it could cause some pretty bad issues, especially if you've got crawl space underneath those houses on that land property.
It's a good question. It definitely is.
So, I just look at that just because I don't know.
Just bought a house.
Well, just bought a house for one, but I mean, the thing is that you have to get, I mean, my insurance doesn't cover flood because we don't really run into that issue out here in New Mexico as much, especially where I'm at. I mean, I don't really have tornado flooding insurance because, I mean, we don't have to worry about that. I mean, we live out in a freaking desert with safe Russian plateaus. So, the thing you have to worry about is the heat out here, which, I mean, if you're not careful, it actually does destroy the front out of stuff.
So check this out. I'm going to do something cool.
Okay.
Go to my YouTube page. youtube.com/DeLaguna.
Okay.
Tell me when you're there.
Let me get up on there really fast.
This is going to be really cool. Now, for those of you who are watching my YouTube video here where we're commenting on this video, we're doing almost an Inception style video here because while we're doing this, I'm actually going to stream from my cell phone something that helps you guys understand exactly what led to this plane doing this flight. So if you feel like it, I'll see if I can put a link up in the video when I upload this, and it'll link to this other video. Now the cool thing is, you don't have to watch them at the same time because there's no real benefit in that. But if you look at where this is flown and you've been paying attention to the video, chances are you probably skipped forward a bit or skipped back a bit, whatever parts suited your fancy. That's fine. But you'll see in my other stream exactly the flight that was planned and that ended up actually getting taken. Unfortunately, this video is going to cut off early due to size limitations with the video for the time being. Nothing I can do about that. It was kind of a bummer because I didn't get to see the landing, which, spoiler alert, it didn't crash. But, so yeah. Are you seeing the live stream yet?
Let's see. Let's see.
I can try to share it with you too, but Yeah, on my YouTube. Mhm.
Okay, so where's your live stream at?
So if you go to YouTube, in fact, I can show you here, but do it on your computer because eventually, because that's gonna make more sense. Hold on a second here. What the heck, man? Give me back my mouse. There we go. Hold on. I'm like doing a bunch of things at once here.
No worries.
.com/DayLaguna.
This is better than like having a country on all that noise or any of that nature. So.
Right, right, and it's just amazing because this is all happening. Where's my live? There should be a live video warning. Where's the live video? Live now. Bingo. Come on. I should have a live stream going on right now. Are you serious? Maybe it hasn't hit yet. Because I am streaming live. Well, the last live stream that is showing for me right now is my Amber Alert stream. I got this idea that whenever Amber Alerts happen, I'm going to try to stream them because it should help get it out to more people. Huh?
Oh, that's kind of why. There we go.
You find it?
You found it?
Yeah, I can hear you. I'm going to try sending me an email. I'm here. You can't hear me?
Uh-oh. Something happened.
What happened?
Here, hold on just a second. Might need to.
That's right, you might. I don't know what you're writing about, but okay.
Can you hear me now?
I can.
Alright.
But then again, I wasn't having trouble hearing you the first time.
Well, no, I was having trouble hearing you because I guess one of your videos on YouTube started playing and it just overrode the so that was why.
I see.
I need to change my settings on that at some point so that way it doesn't interfere. So.
Right. Alright, I am sending you an email.
Okay.
Hopefully I got the email address right. It should be a link to the live stream. Well, it's a link to what my phone believes the live stream is. I also sent it to my own email, so I'm going to test it. Because it's saying that I'm not streaming, my phone is saying I am streaming. And I do know that sometimes there's a bit of delay with YouTube as to when it shows things as live. So I'm guessing that's probably part of the delay. Here is
So I may not hear you at this point if it's playing.
Yep. And the stream is up.
There you go.
Cool. So let me know when you get that stream up. It's going to be a little up. You're going to see how hugely delayed it is, and you're going to hear my audio through there and here. But it probably won't be that bad because it's such a huge delay. It'll just sound like I'm always talking, which is not far off.
It's got quite a bit of a delay on my end, but it's okay. I can see the route that I can take.
Right? Isn't that amazing?
It's a route.
Yeah.
It's just a small thing for what it is. That is impressive.
Right? I think it is. I think it's pretty cool. Hold on one second here. The buffering on the stream is going to be terrible, or the quality is probably not going to be all that great. It's streaming right from my cell phone, so I apologize for that just ahead of time. With that being said, let me see if I can adjust it for you.
Alright.
I'm going to try to change it so that there's less buffering. Stream options. Less buffering. Advanced options. I'm going to show you some cool stuff there.
It's whenever you hear your own voice. I was going to say, because, oh, look at that.
So
is that a mall there? Or?
Yeah, that's kind of one of the bigger drags of the city.
It's funny how the city always looks different from the top view.
And what's amazing is that just shows how far away. So if you're looking at my live stream, that is during this portion of the flight right here, right across the mall. Okay. And so, just to give you an idea, you see how small everything is. I am all the way over here. I'll zoom in. This is where I'm at, down in this park. So, when you zoom back out, and you see how far it's gone to be crossing over there, and then when I set this up, I didn't realize what that looks almost like sand dunes and stuff area. I didn't realize what that was. I was like, oh, that looks cool. I'm going to send it over that. And then you can see here exactly what it is. It's so cool. It's so cool. But, we'll get over there in a moment. So, you see the mall, and then you see, the bigger 4-lane, road there. And that really gives you an idea of how far up we are, being that those cars are that size.
Okay.
I mean, that's pretty small. And I didn't see it come back in for the landing.
What is this here that we're just going over? Is that sort of like a mining or a...
Yeah, a quarry.
Okay. I was going to say, it looks like a quarry or a mining operation over there. So,
I'll zoom in on the live stream. Yeah. I believe it's limestone.
Okay.
So we're headed right now. I'll orient the map towards travel right now. There we are. We're about to cross over that small little, almost river-style lake thing of the quarry.
Sort of like a little water reservoir for whatever purposes.
Right. Yeah, I don't know if it's that they put water in there or it just accumulates with the rain. I really don't know. I do know that sometimes
it looks like they put water there because, I mean, if you look at the color of it, being that it's green and all, I mean,
yeah, but that could just be the minerals in the quarry and whatnot leaching into it.
True.
And the thing is, sometimes the quarry can smell bad. I mean, and you can smell it everywhere. It's sulfur and all that jazz. But for the most part, you don't even realize it's there. And that's, I guess, why when I said, "Oh, you see that little car in the bottom?"
Mm-hmm.
So small, man. But I know the amazing thing about this is when you look at it, and I remember when I was zipping through the video just to make sure everything kind of got, and then I got bummed that it didn't take the very end of the flight. I was looking at it, and I realized that's like I know I saw cars on the highway and this and that. Okay, and that is what it is. But when you see cars when you're on this portion, like on that one street crossing over, or in the actual quarry, you realize just how big these areas are, these quarries are, and the other stuff. You know, those little dots on the ground, not the big ones, but the little ones, those are little trees. And then there's the big trees.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, look at that.
I mean, and you think about it, I mean, you see this aerial view and stuff like that, too, and just how much land is actually populated, as far as I would say. Like,
I mean,
yeah, it doesn't have any houses on it and such like that. And I'm one of those firm believers studies, and I think we should be able to, if everybody in the world was to be given a, was it a 1 foot by 1 foot square minimum in the state of Texas. So, it's just amazing how much land there is.
Yeah, but then again, I don't know that it's, when you talk about overpopulation, it's not so much the space as, oh, look at this beautiful, oh, that's such a beautiful view.
The amount of consumption that's needed per amount of people.
Yeah, it's like the food.
Consumerism.
Right, well, and, we all make trash. We all crap,
I'm very much about doing the solar panels that I'll be doing on my place, and then eventually running into using my well water as far as that goes. And I mean, I know I won't fully be able to live off the land because there's of course regulations for all of that, unfortunately. But I mean, it's one of those things where I don't mind doing gardening and making my own food because I know where it's coming from at that point, and I can control the nutrients in the soil, whether it's your nitrogen, your phosphorus, your phosphates, all that kind of stuff. I'm not like some conspiracy theorist on it all, but I think it would help if a lot more people knew how to do your gardening skills and your land cultivating skills. And I had a good friend from Canada. I mean, him and his wife, their first year and a half of marriage, they lived out of a tent and they were doing tree farming. So that's one way to solve the problem of thinning forests and such like that, and we're using up the wood and such. I mean, I understand that. I mean, there's demand of it and all that stuff. But
quick thing, just while you're talking, you see that speck in the middle moving along? That's a car.
Oh my gosh!
I mean, you lose sight of how high it is and what a beautiful, good view you have until you see something like that, and you go, oh, snap! That's it. So that means, I mean, this quarry is, I mean, it's huge. But I mean, our whole town, I feel like, could fit in it.
Specs moving right there. I mean, that means that canyon wall's got to be how many feet high?
Oh yeah, it has to be extremely high.
Oh my gosh, that's impressively massive.
Yeah, we should open that up to rock climbing.
I know.
Make some money out of it.
How many, like what? I mean,
I'm thinking RC boats in those ponds with RC racing, maybe some drone racing along the edge of this thing. Freaking rock climbing. Dude, quarry resort.
5.11, 5.12 routes out there, maybe, depending on the condition of the stone. I mean, do you think it's hard enough over there, though, that it wouldn't give way?
I don't know.
High amount of traffic, or?
That's a good question. I really don't know. I would have to see. I mean, it can't be that soft. Look at how crisp that edge is.
Oh, true. I mean, my only concern would be if you do it for rock climbing, you want to put some Waypoint anchors in there and
oh yeah, of course,
ropes just to make sure, because I don't think you want to free climb it unless you're like to live life dangerously. But
so that's as much video as I was able to get. But so that puts us smack dab in the middle of the quarry, right?
yeah.
But if you look on the other stream, that's about half the flight. Maybe 2/3 of the flight. You see, the rest of the flight is returning back, and it's interesting because I didn't even know my waypoints very well because I was looking for it in the wrong direction when it was coming back. I was looking towards the quarry when really I had the plane re-enter the park basically off Cleveland Road. So that's why I missed it coming back into the park. Only noticed it when it went into land, which it got surprisingly close. It did pretty dang good. In fact, I would be surprised if it didn't actually make it right where it says right here on the waypoint.
Okay.
Yeah. My wife was kind enough. She was like, "Oh, I'll go out and get it." It was pretty cool. doing out there. But yeah, I mean, it's pretty cool.
So your last waypoint was right there at the 10, or was it right over there at the 11 minute?
At the 0.
At the 0, okay.
Yeah. So, I mean, that's where, oh, are you talking about the last waypoint on the video or the last waypoint where it actually ended up?
Let's see, because the last waypoint where it ended up, if you rotate again, because I know that, so 132, so was it the 129 over there at waypoint number 8, right?
No, 14.
14, okay.
So if you look, yeah, okay. Waypoint 14 is the landing. We ended off, you're right, waypoint 8 is where the video stopped, because it couldn't take any more video.
So yeah, the video stopped at waypoint 8, because I noticed that as we were going through the court, I watched it and followed, so I was looking at this map that you've got here on YouTube, that's on your live stream, and wow, that's an impressive size story.
Yeah, and so, and then if you look at how the actual route that my drone took, it took about 4 size amount of area as the whole quarry in its flight. So I mean, really, really amazing stuff. I could have easily probably flown it to Lakeside Marblehead and back. But yet again, it's not the flying and back now that worries me so much, because I successfully did it. It's how do I capture video the whole time? You know, maybe I do just switch over to pictures for the time being until maybe strapping on another video camera to it. That
yeah, because video is going to draw a lot of power, and it's going to take up a lot of space as far as the digital is concerned. I mean, I was just going through a speech. This is my Toastmasters a couple weeks ago. One of the gals gave a presentation on time lapse, and she explained, like, okay, well, if you take video, it's going to consume a lot of your video data, especially if you're using a GoPro and such and so forth. Whereas if you take a certain amount of photo frames per second,
are you serious?
It doesn't take up as much.
Are you seeing what I'm seeing?
No, and oh wait, hold on a second. Oh, did it not save it?
I don't know. It's not doing anything. Maybe it's saving. It's just being slow, because it won't let me do anything.
So we wouldn't just go through all of that, and it just decided it wanted to go kaput.
Right.
That would suck. Take 2.
I know, right? The problem is how long it is. I mean, that was over 15 minutes of a video. So we have some of the video on the stream videos, and maybe I just release it together.
I know, right?
Oh, man. I don't know. I'm going to have to check into it.
Okay, well, you let me know, because if we have to do a take 2, I mean, I've got all tomorrow off, so.
Yeah, maybe we'll do a take 2. We'll see. But yeah, so I'll show you a couple things, by the way, since this other stream is still alive, and I know that the audio is going through there. Although I don't think it hears you. Great. Oh, boy. So yeah, one-sided stream here. I'm talking to my friend on the other side of this, and he just watched a video with me of the video that was captured from this drone flight that you're seeing up on the stream. Now on the stream, I've modified it just slightly, because next time I do this, if I do this there, I want to see how close I can get that landing actually to where I stand, which will be somewhere right here. That way I don't have to walk very far. And yes, I'm lazy. You know what? So sue me.
So it's recording right there at the 129, in between 129 to that massive 250 road right there on the Myland Road, right?
Right in the quarry. Let's see here. 250, yeah. So 129 is, okay, so to explain what that 129 is, that's the height of the bird.